Thanks for joining us, and let's get started.
Welcome to our series on rediscovering your happiness and power. This is the beginner series inspired by the book The Laughing Billionaire, How to Become Rich and Happy. Today we will discuss the power of certainty. Our main topics will be on the difference between believing and having certainty, moving from a dead end to a new beginning, fear and doubt, and creative certainty. As usual, we'll introduce you to your personal challenge, which is designed to get you in the habit of practicing things that are healthy for the new you. Ready? Awesome. Let's get started. With that, we invite you to get settled in a place where you can digest this information without interruption or struggle. Clear your mind and get ready to take the next step in a vital transformation. Let's start with a brief moment of silence to focus and meditate on what you're about to learn, receive, and practice.
I would like to take this time and talk to you about the power of certainty. And when we talk about certainty, it's such a beautiful word. Everybody's into certainty. Certainty is beautiful. It's more than believing, it's knowing. It's not like, I believe I can do it, I believe it's 5 o'clock, I know it's 5 o'clock. It's not, I believe I can ride a bicycle, I know how to ride a bicycle. It's not, I believe I know how to swim, I swim. I don't need to believe, I swim. So when we get to a power of certainty, and we need to address that point because I think doubt is always around the corner. Especially now when we're getting to the 12th session, which is include everything we did so far about increasing the level of inner happiness and you discovering the inner power that you have from within. And when we're getting to the subject like that called certainty. Who doesn't want certainty? In fact, what is certainty for you? Every time that you have a moment of doubts, when you overcome that doubts, what do you become? What do you become? Happy. So if we are understanding true happiness comes from every doubt that you have and every time you overcome it. So for you to overcome a doubt and having certainty, and break through that door of doubts, behind that door of doubts, you're absolutely gonna have happiness. But for that, you need to knock it with certainty. It's not enough to believe you can do it. Not enough. If you believe you can do it, you're gonna sit and believe you can do it, but nothing gonna happen. But if you believe you can do it, and then go for it and do it, there's a whole different picture here. Knowing that I can do it, doing it is another level. A lot of time you're gonna end up in a situation where it's not going anywhere. What does that mean, not going anywhere? Business, all the doors are locked, nothing, just nothing working for you. Relationship, they're already packing their stuff and say goodbye. And it's not that they're thinking to come back, they say, hey, we don't like you, please don't try it, don't even, nothing. It's the end. God forbid if you fall into a situation of disease or sickness, how do you climb from being so sick into believe or know or have certainty that you're going to be okay? A lot of people in my type of work, I'm visiting a lot of people where I'm there to ignite them what I believe it's important, it's happiness. Finding the inner power from within and find the true happiness as we talk through the session. And in my job, I meet a lot of people that I go and I visit in a hospital, and there is always different type. Sometimes there is a type that, the doctors look at them and say, well, we have a problem here, we don't see a way out of it. And there is another type of person that get exactly the same message from the doctor, and they both act different. And I can tell you what I studied from them, and I would like to share it with you. I saw that they just make a decision, and that decision that they make, that tomorrow will be a good day, somehow their power, their inner power, create a all new reality. They are no longer sitting and watching a movie, they creating a movie. They become the producer themselves, they become the director, they become the writer. They become the one who say what's going to happen. And when I meet people like that, I get so inspired, so beautiful to watch. People that the doctor tell them they have 2 years to live. They live such a long life. And they are so happy living a long life. What is the difference? I mean, am I making a claim here that I have the answer for you and I will tell you how to do it? I'm not making any claim. I'm making a suggest based on the experience that I saw. You build your certainty to the highest level that you can. You're going to start seeing things that you never see before. If it's your business, you're going to see a result that you could not believe you can achieve. If it's your health, you're going to see amazing change in your body, in your spirit, that you could not even believe you can achieve. In whatever area of your life has to have certainty attached to it. If a certainty is not attached to your life, you're going to run into all type of doubts that eventually will break you down to pieces until you have no power to continue with a happy life, with the inner power, with finding the billionaire mind. You're not going to be able to find that inner power if you're not decided, yes, I can do it. Yes, I'm doing it. It's definitely I'm doing it. So remember the first time when you're riding a bicycle. I mean, I can hardly remember that. I mean, I grew up with a tough father. My father taught me how to ride basically and how to swim in a very weird way. So here's the bicycle, here's the road, hit the road and fall a few times and then it's okay. And the truth didn't work for me. I tried. I was falling, bleeding. Nothing was working, nothing. And I remember every time I tried to use the pedals and I'm saying, what is this about? I was full of doubts, hate my father for it, didn't like the idea. But it was at one point when falling was not as bad as riding. When my certainty about riding that bicycle was stronger than the fear of what happened if I fall. When the certainty became a little bit higher than the doubt. All of a sudden I started riding the bike. Years later, we're living in Florida, and I decided to teach my family how to ride the bicycle. I used the method of my father that of course doesn't work in our time, okay? Tough love, and didn't work, and all my neighbors came out because they hear me screaming and said, you can pedal, you can do it. And my neighbor who were living in Florida, the neighbors are listening, so who's this crazy guy who's get his family to ride a bicycle? And the idea is, what I saw there is almost see myself as a kid when I was watching my children. You know, when they first start to pedal with the bicycle and keep falling and they don't give up and crying, they start riding that bicycle and they felt so happy. It was such a beautiful moment. It's not about riding the bicycle. No. It's about overcoming the doubts that they have that they cannot do it. This is what it's all about. Swimming. I don't remember if you remember when the first time you swam. When you start swimming, you know, it's a moment that you are just try to do it like everybody else, try to do all kinds of things. And then all of a sudden you start swimming and it's feel actually okay. Then you don't think about it, you just swim. The certainty is a concept, is a power that basically take you to levels and to places that you could never believe you could get there. And I'm not just talking about jumping from an airplane or walking on fire. I'm talking about your day-to-day life, about your business, about your relationship, about whatever you do in life, about everything that you try to touch and you want to make sure that it will work. That's what certainty is about. What if I tell you not to think about the fear and the doubts as the fear and the doubts? Think about your fear and the doubts as how does your life look like when you overcome those fears and doubts? Just think about it for a second, okay? What is your fear? What is the doubts that you have about yourself? What is the doubts? I'm speaking in front of a camera right now. Let me tell you, my first lecture was in 1990 in the city of New York, Manhattan. I happened to give a lecture. I was a writer and I was not supposed to give that lecture, and I find myself giving the lecture. I had fear, I have doubts, I was upset. Why am I supposed to do it? On top of it, 2 radio channel was there and 2 TV channel was there. So who needed headache, right? 200 people come to listen to me and I have to give a lecture. I'm not considering myself a public speaker at that time, 1990, but that's what the universe want to put me in. I either can forget it even happened or take that wave and ride on it. And a lot of surfers will tell you what it means. You know, when a wave comes, you can either ride on the wave or wait for the next wave. There's no perfect wave. But that when wave of opportunity of doubts and fear coming toward you, what do you do? What do you do? Can you ride on it and create an all new arena for yourself? Or you can just let it go. Just let it go and it will pass and then everything's going to be okay. It doesn't work like that. Behind every fear or every doubt, there's a moment of happiness. There is a moment of where you find your real power. That moment is important. You need those doubts. You need those doubts. You need even people to doubt you. You need those moments which not seem to be perfect. Because by you being able to overcome your doubts, your fear, through certainty, of course, through believing, through knowing, through acting as if you're already there, then everything around you start to change. You're changing to a different vibration. And when you jump into the next vibration, you're almost changing a different radio channel. The music is totally different there. You know, certainty is a beautiful thing. We got to think about certainty in different levels. There is certainty as a belief, meaning when I believe that, let's say, my business going to be okay, or I can believe whatever it's going to be okay or not going to be okay, that's the best thing that can ever happen to me. I hope that's clear. Let me repeat it again. There is certainty is before I start something, I believe that whatever I do, will do, is the best thing that can ever happen. Or certainty, it doesn't matter the result of what will happen there. I still have certainty that's the best thing I can do. Try to think you're opening a new business. Before you open the business, you need to believe. You need to have certainty that that business will do well. That's a good certainty. That's a basic certainty. Let me take you to the next level. What if the business is not doing well? What do you do then? Well, with all your certainty, you heard my speech, you go home. So what's going on? I'm opening the business, nothing is working there. Nothing. You open this new place in Boston. Nothing is happening. Terrible, actually. Terrible. What do you do with your certainty at that moment? That's called creative certainty. Creative certainty is when you say, whatever happened with that place is the best thing that can even happen to me. Now, why do you need to do that? Why do you need to torture yourself? You're not torturing yourself. In life is like a cycle. When something is not working, it can take 2 roads. One road is to chaos and problem. One road is to rediscover a new path for you. Sometimes you choose the wrong business. And that business is actually not for you. And when you choose that wrong business and it's not working, be certain that it's not working, it's also the best thing that can ever happen to you. And through that, you're finding a new business. Same thing with relationship. You want somebody so much, you have certainty you're going to get married together, and it's wonderful. 1 month before the wedding, with all your certainty power, they look at you and say, honey, not working for me, goodbye. They check out. You stay with the ring, you have no idea what to look at, nothing is working. Now what do? You have to say that first. Please remember, whatever happened to me is the best thing that can ever happen to me. That's called creative certainty. So there is certainty as a basic, and then another level of certainty. Once you achieve that higher level of certainty, then the whole life look different. Say it, that's the best thing can ever happen to me. Or whatever thing that didn't work in my life. You know, the thing that's not working in your life, you got to look at them as a blessing. You cannot look at it as a curse. And you know what's going to happen after that? That's like a magic. Once you say that's the best thing ever happened to you, you know what happened? It's actually turned to the biggest blessing ever happened to your life. Please try it. First, I would like to thank you for joining me on this amazing journey, the 12th session. I hope, wish, desire that you all get fulfillment of that and find it very useful on your daily life to make your life better and better. And I would like to challenge you again on this 12th session. I would like you to summarize to yourself. You can do it on a piece of paper, on the computer, on your phone. What is the main idea? What did you get from this 12th session for you personally? Once you write it down, then I would like you to find one person that you care about and have the capability to communicate it to them in a way that they will be able to understand it in the same way you did. Thank you for joining me on this session. I hope, desire, and wish that you find your inner happiness and your inner power as it reflects on your life.
Thanks for watching. This is the conclusion of our series, but not the end of our content. We hope you've enjoyed this journey, have accepted the challenges, and are moving forward towards your goals. For more information, visit us at vitaltransformation.org, where you'll find access to all of our guided sessions, content library, weekly updates, and upcoming events. To keep content like this new, relevant, and free to the public, make a donation today at vitaltransformation.org/donate, or write to us at donate@vitaltransformation.org. Thanks for joining us, and we'll speak to you soon.